Hi, folks. Welcome to my humble off-grid homestead in the forest in New Brunswick, Canada. Um, First of all, you have to excuse my attire. This is my busiest time of the year, springtime. So today, incidentally, is the fourth day of June, and the forecast is calling for high of 36 today, which is insane for us, even in August. But climate is changing. Anyway, I was at my elderly neighbor's house for 4 hours weeding this morning, and it is about I don't know 1 o'clock or so, and I have to do some more work for us on our own property, and I just thought I would quickly come out and make a video on well, it's kind of tied to what I was doing at my neighbor's property across the road, and that is a woofing, woofers, hosts, workaways, or again the hosts, and not if you know me by now, I don't want to. Where to start? Not to be negative about neither the folks who are going to do the kind of work or the hosts, but I just want to for those of you who've never done this and are probably considering doing something like that this year, so that I prefer to have as much information as I can rather than not enough information. And so first, let me cover as much as I can quickly, because I'm short on time and I don't know how heated the camera is going to get in this heat. It's not 36 yet, but we're expecting thunder showers in an hour or so. That's why I'm in a particularly rush for time to get what I can before that happens. I hear the wind coming already, which is really welcome. It's not the same kind of scenario in the winter when you hear that kind of wind. So woofers, workaways. These are folks that go and try to have experiences of working on farms or for farmers. Maybe they want to know where food comes from. Maybe they want to do their own thing one day, and maybe they just want to travel and they want to have a place to stay at for free in exchange for some work and room and board type of thing. Before moving here, now approaching real fast, 11 years ago, we went to BC. Some of you know where that is, British Columbia, probably the most expensive province in Canada. But this was our second try, but this time in the northern part of it. So I thought, get away from the population might be cheaper, and so we might be able to buy some land, which we were wrong. We couldn't do it. But there, we met two, I don't know how. One was a farmer that was, and his wife, who supplied carrots and some vegetables to a 5-star hotel in another province that was a bordering province, so they could actually drive to it. It was still a few hours drive for them, which doesn't make it sustainable for me, but anyway, that's what they were doing. And then another one where we actually went to see if we could stay at. It was just older gentleman who wanted to, or he had advertised as, and I will come to that too, as an eco village. Hang in there. I'll come to that in a minute. But the first one. So when we went over there, this couple were very nice to us. I don't know if they had any kids or not, older couple, and they're telling us how much money they were making, not how much money they were making, how they were making a living being out in the rural, selling their niche products to this 5-star hotel in another province. And they told us how they have a list as long as their arm of all the people that want to come and work for them, like workaways or woofers. What does woofer stand for? But anyway, some of you already know what I'm talking about without me having to hurt my head trying to figure out what the acronym is for. But anyway, but he said that they don't want anyone. I said, how? It's just the two of you managing this place. Why wouldn't you get the free help? And they said that they've had such bad experiences with all these people that were coming, mostly younger people, but really people, I shouldn't have said younger people coming and lazy and not doing anything, just lying down, lying next to the patch and just weeding one thing at a time, and then like, oh, I'm bored, or it's hot, or it's buggy, or whatever reason, not doing any work. And they were expecting to be fed and sheltered and housed, and for the however long the time that they were there before they move on to the next farm. And they had so many bad experiences like that. They said, even though everybody wants to come here, you just don't have the time to screen, and we don't want them here. And they were trying to actually get us to stay with them, to move there and share, run the property, not as workaways or woofers that just come and stay and go. It would be a permanent thing, which is kind of what we wanted to do. But we were so exhausted and fed up with what happened to us with the other guy, and the Eco Village guy, which I'm coming to, that we were about to leave and come home and start again, which we did, all the way from the Pacific coast to now we're in Atlantic coast, where we actually managed to find some land that we could afford. So if you're a host planning on having woofers and workaways, you should know that just because you have good intentions and maybe you want to have some younger folks, you want to maybe teach some people, but also have some free labor, it's not necessarily going to work out like that. People are going to probably take advantage of your hospitality. It can happen, and people could. I don't want to. An elder once told me that don't have these thoughts. Don't even entertain these thoughts, and they might come. They may happen, but I'm just having lived in this setting for 11 years. Near a land trust, I've seen this so many times that I have to. It wouldn't be fair if I didn't share this with you. Takers will come and just take, and they're not necessarily. It's not going to be a symbiotic thing. Your labor from my house and accommodation and food, and then we can get together at night and then chat and play games and have fun, tell stories. Not necessarily going to work out like that. What percentage of your time? What if you ask the older folks that I met 11 years ago, it's been that was their experience perhaps 100% of the time, which is sad because it gives these folks a bad name. Not everyone's like that, I know. I've even met good people, but very rare. But however, not zero, close to. So that's as far as the hosts go. So remember, just leave the door open, or account for the fact that some people are going to be like that. And so what will you do? How will you deal with it? How do you get rid of them? How do you screen them? I can talk to you about that later if you want. You can contact me because of my experience over the 11 years. I haven't had that experience, and I'll come to that too, but I've seen it from across the road even. So that's that. Now, folks, if you are a woofer or a workaway yourselves and are planning on going this year or whenever to a farm, a working farm, to get your hands dirty in the soil or with the animals or with the forest, whatever it is that you're looking to do. Please know and remember, and like I was saying to the host, leave the door open, for there will be hosts, and I've seen that too a lot right here. There will be folks, there will be hosts that are going to be looking for free labor and free labor only. They may not have accommodation for you. That just maybe say, bring a tent. Now, I'm not even going to put up a tent for you. They may not let you into their house to use their showers for cooking or whatever. They may not have even running water for you. Again, I've seen all this. This is not hypothetical, and it could happen possibly. I've seen these. I've seen this so many times that I need to share this with you at this particular time, where you are about to make plans to travel to another city, to another province, to another country for an experience that it may end up being a miserable failure. Don't fall for these. Just because you might be a good person and thinking, I'm going to go help this farmer, and the farmer is going to help me how to tend to the sheep or the organic agriculture or the forest or whatever. It may not be like that. We're not even talking about all the horror movies that you might be considering thinking right now. I'm not even going there. That's a whole other realm of possibilities that I'll leave you to imagine. That I'm just talking about not having a proper accommodation for you, a place to sleep, drinkable water, that kind of stuff, right? Okay. So going back to that first guy that we went to, he was looking for the eco village guy. He was looking for people to join him on his eco village. We were so fed up with our status quo, our city lives, and at that time it had already been 20 years since particularly I wanted to get out of town, so to speak, literally and metaphorically. And so when we saw this guy's website, and he had this artist renditions in watercolor, 650 acres, there'll be orchards here, and the stream there, and the river here, and the farm. And I just loved everything that he had said over there, and the pictures, drawings. So we sold our house, paid off our mortgage, debt-free for the first time, and we drove across the country, 4,000 kilometers, I think, how far we traveled. And what we found was this one guy, older guy, in this old house, kilometers away from the road. Like, I mean, we're rural here where I live, but we're only 2 kilometers from the road. He was something like, 3 times that far, and you just in the middle of nowhere, just keep going and going and going and going. Once you turn off the highway, I'm talking about, just forever, just like a dirt road, gravel road. And finally, when we found him, there was nothing there. There were no other people. And I kept asking him, when do we get to meet the other members? How long have you been here? And all that stuff. No, nothing. Just an old house. The toilet was black. I mean, it was white at one time, just like most toilets, but this was black because he had never cleaned it. The walls were yellow from cigarette smokes. All the woofers that had come and gone, and he would host, like when there were loggers there for working for the province and clear cutting or whatever, they would stay there and they would make money like that. It was horrible. He didn't have any solar panels. He didn't have anything off grid. He didn't have off grid assembly. He didn't have. He was as if it was just not even in its infancy stage. And we drove that far to get there. There we met 3, if not 4, sort of woofers. And they were so disappointed. One was from Italy. She was taking a break from her law school to come and experience Canada. And she was coming from a touristic part of British Columbia, which was obviously not at all like the part that we were at with this guy. And so she was going from like an upscale, happy surfing to high up in the mountain, the northern, with the bugs and nothing else and no one else. And we all, once we were there for 4 or 5 days, we all said, that's it, no more, we're going to get out of here. And we all left at the same time. And we were all disappointed. So I don't exactly know how it can be 100% fail safe for you to find good people. I mean, I say that, but I haven't tried this, but I'm sure if you go to the WWOOFing's own website or whatever social media, there was no such thing really social media as today, 11 years ago. And if there is, I'm not on it. But you could read other people's reviews or whatever. But if there is a good host, a brilliant host, a lovely host, a safe host, a loving host, a helpful host, then he or she or that family is going to be so busy, so many people would want to go there, that there will be a waiting list for the rest of your life. So you're not going to be able to ever get to experience that lifestyle, I'm guessing, because if there's such a demand. I'm just checking the clouds too, just making sure that I still have time to, at the very least, run inside before the thunder showers is what they're forecasting. So what about me? What am I doing? Well, some of you know that this is, by the way, as you can see, it is wild. It is a forest. I'm not a farmer, neither a traditional one. By traditional, I don't mean conventional, like non-organic. But I'm not even an organic farmer. It's not a farm. This is a hobby farm at best. We have our organic raised beds that you'll see some videos of. But I'm mostly, I love flowers. I'm mostly doing forest management, taking care of the trees, making sure that they're spaced apart far enough from each other. They're not crowding each other. They're not falling on top of each other, choking, all these things. That's what I do. And as some of you know, that I'm in the process of possibly starting a cooperative intentional community and eco village. Eco village falls under this umbrella of intentional community, which what it means that we're going to be mostly off grid, or at least many off grid initiatives under this umbrella. We're already off grid ourselves with the panels, and actually in existence, the pictures, the videos speak. But the thing is that I'm not looking to host anyone. Because you see how I'm disclosing this now, don't necessarily have a shelter. So I could let folks stay at the gathering place or wherever, not on days like today that the wind's going to start picking up soon, and then thunder and lightning, because we're in a forest. A tree could fall, and you've seen how many trees are down, and that's what I'm doing. I'm processing them, and I don't want that to fall on somebody. And showers and that. Well, I don't want to say, yeah, come be my woofer, but go shower at my neighbors, or shower at the community center, go shower at the gym, which is what people are doing here. So, and I don't know you, and if there is a host that doesn't want to let you in to use their fridge, stove, or showers, I don't really blame them, because nobody really knows anyone. People could be putting on their Sunday best to pretend to be something that they're not. That's unfortunate, but until I know someone for sure as a friend, people have come and stayed here, maybe they volunteer or something, and now they're coming back, then now I know them, then I can let them in the house to do whatever. But there are people that don't tell you any of these things till you get there. Say, okay, go fend for yourself. There's a stream, whatever, 10 kilometers away, go shower there, go bathe there, go do whatever, go get your water from there, which is insane. People should disclose, but they don't. So if you, however, are looking for an intentional community, or the kind of place that I try to, I haven't described exactly, but a cooperative, people coming together. If you're peaceful, non-violent, no addictions, hard-working, just basically lacking the money to buy land. And we can talk about that, but this is the kind of setting that I have, and I'm disclosing that I don't have the amenities that you might want. But if you're only here for the summertime to learn how to build structures, like I don't know if you can see, that's an outhouse behind me, something like that with the bushcraft, kind of bushcraft style. You don't have to worry about heating it. In the summertime, you can make it, and they can make, we can make it together, and then you can learn some stuff, learn what the tree recognitions, types, properties, uses, medicinal things. These are things that I can teach as much as I know, and I don't know everything. I hardly know anything, but this is what I can offer. But I'm disclosing already what I have for offer, and what I don't. But if you're looking for a specific kind of woofing, ask as many questions as you can, not necessarily from the hosts, because they may not be forthcoming, as I've seen so many times. And the other way around is also true. If you're a host looking to have free labor, just know that the people that you're interviewing, they may not disclose everything, and have both of you have a way out. Figure out, if this is not the person I was looking for, how do you get rid of them? Do you want I don't know. I'm not even going to talk about that. That's between you two. Me, I told you what I'm looking for. If you're looking for this kind of setting to come and learn, in particular, sustainable living, off-grid living, emergency shelter building, or being a part of a like a cooperative where everybody puts in time and money and effort and everything to start some sort of a intentional community. I wonder if I've forgotten anything, but I really have to go because I have so much to do. Bye.